So to continue what I was saying, and what would make y'all think you can ever unhinge the ever unfolding rose? Because by now, I'm talking about, with this card, I'm speaking to somebody specific. So now you gotta watch the last reading to know who the ever unfolding rose is. Who wants smoke? Who wanna unhinge him? Because you see him doing better. Because you see him opened up, like he's wide open. Nose wide open. Heart wide open. You don't believe me? Power over difficulty. Reclaiming your power. Look at that illustration though. That's vicious. How this person got snakes and all kinds of entities and things attached to that person. And that's clarifying bright heart light. I'm still reading from the bottom of my deck because I'm still in the subconscious. Okay. And then you have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Also, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And that's what kept playing in my head. What would make you think you can just son my boy like that? Like the Son of Sticks would be the Page of Wands. And that Four of Pentacles is clarifying that. Like that possessive nature. Like you just gonna son him like he's a little boy. I think on the illustration is actually is a picture of a little boy. Like he's no older than 5. Look, his hands is up. The fuck? Well, listen. It's hard to bother somebody who is spiritually evolved just as well as they are practically evolved. Let's talk about the bright heart light. Open connections. This is peaceful. You know what I mean? This person is like from the ground up with it. Planted seeds from the ground up. This is serious shadow work being done. You know, if you keep it practical, this is a new relationship. This is new friendships. But let's spiritually get into this. Instead of feeling like isolated or disconnected, you know, there's been a new inspiration. There's been a new chief in town. Let's just say that. And this chief is inspiring this person to feel less disconnected, yet not so isolated anymore. This person owns his power on a spiritual realm. Like you would have never thought this is fairly new to him. Okay? Like very new, as a matter of fact. Something about your love has disengaged, allowed me to disengage from these snakes, from these possessive people. These people who just want to do like mental oppression or just manipulation and try to son somebody. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Where you're physically strong, the spiritual muscles needed to be strong just as well. Otherwise, none of this stuff serves a purpose. Like this is an act and not like a circus act. Look at the illustration on that card with that rose. How she's just sitting back. She's allowing herself. She's releasing all inhibition. You have never seen him in that light, and you're not about to dick ride now that he is in that light, in that aura. You're just not, because he got the right backing. There's nothing nobody can do with him now. He's unstoppable. He's really unstoppable now. The fact that he trusts God, he let himself be open to, in honor of the support, that the newfound support that you have. So that's already in alignment with the support you initially had, the little bit that you did have in the past, and still feel like you have. It all ties together very well. It's like you couldn't even try to put this light out. Like, it's so energetically vibrant, it longs to connect with other higher vibrations. Hence, it's happening for you, not to you. Look at you now. This where you came from? And look at you now. Like, I'll show you the illustration on this card. See how she's coming from the earth, from the ground up with it. Started from the bottom, now we here. Like, it took me a while to get here, but I'm here. And let's see, let's do this. See, you work through your fears. And this last new moon was in Scorpio, or is in Scorpio. So it's a real death and rebirth. Death of that, of lack of boundaries, you know, things that kept you in that distorted space. You know how I see in this illustration, she's very distorted. Like, you didn't even, you couldn't see it past a tangible light, past the 3D, past the physical sense. But when you start spiritually cleaning up, you realize this is not aligned. This has to change. This has to go. I'm being spiritually attacked. Look, I'm being spiritually attacked. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? It wasn't the physical side of it. It was more succubus, incubus energies all over you. And now you got better boundaries up. Like, you're on a double mission if you look at the card underneath that. Channeling and uplifting humanity. You know your role is to be a classic, graceful humanitarian. You know that about yourself. You just didn't know how to channel it. But what do we do when we don't know how to do something? We study. We try to figure it out. I think you did good for yourself, because you seem really highly intelligent, like a King of Swords, right? Like an Aquarius. So you start working through your fears. The fear of just letting go. Like, what's going to happen if I disengage from all of this? Well, you can't be like this. This is a far cry from this. Look at that. What's underneath that? Portal. You cannot make this stuff up, right? Infinite mind, awakening your consciousness. You have to be more, you're aware. But look at this woman. She look familiar to you? She looks Indian. All you gotta do is say thank you. That's all. You don't gotta do nothing else. That makes me proud enough. A new start is coming. That rebirth. See, the Scorpio, or at least the energy, if you're not a Scorpio, you embody that energy. It's all about submerging, remerging. It's all about coming together. It's all about shedding that old layers of skin, that alchemist energy, transmuting that energy. But it starts with that planet Mars is proactive, individuality, self-image, independence. So it don't really take much for you to disengage from what doesn't serve you. Like, you've disassociated yourself with a lot of things, people, place, and things. That does not serve you. So what's this new start coming? Adjustments are required. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Setting those boundaries and realigning your life. Hold your vision. Because it's happening. So just meditating on your energy quite a bit, because this road is strong. You know, it's like a portal, a spiritual portal, like the 8D portal is opening. Now your dreams are more vivid. It's like a radiance. It's like you're being connected, you know, to a flow, a never-ending flow of beneficial information from a spiritual realm. Like you trust yourself more now, clearly seeing, you know, potentials coming into your life, future potentials, because you can kind of foresee it already. You already see it in a dream state. Like your intuition is so heightened. It's like you don't even read people from a 3D level anymore. That's deep. So for these people, forget these people who try to sun you, try to dismiss you. That 8 of Wands keep wanting to come out. I think life speed, like experiences speed up for you as you work through your fears. Like that's spiritual balance right there. That's a Temperance card. A new start is coming. And that's you, the King of Cups. Like you're such a lighthearted person now. You've been a lighthearted person, but now you're really a lighthearted person. Like you're really in love now with life. It's not just about being in love with a person. You're in love with the person you are now. Tell me more about the new start that's coming. Your counterpart. Adjustments are required. Do you think you have to adjust your emotions? Yeah. By you operating from your heart space, all the logical decisions are just going to flow. Like you'll make way more executive decisions, and I think that's the adjustment that's being required. All right, I need one more for the 8 of Wands, 9 of Swords. It's like you can control your thoughts better. That 9 of Swords is like anxiety, worrying, not sleeping because you're stressed. You know, you don't really do that no more because you push through your fears. Like you shift that energy. You alchemist all that energy. And now you're more spiritually balanced now. Okay. So he thanks God. He who thanks God, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Or another wife, a newer wife. Or a continuance of what he already was doing, that spiritual journey. It's like it propelled you forward, and you way more advanced now than you was before, because the other part of it was practical. Now you're going into the spiritual realm at a higher velocity. Now you're closer to God now more than ever. And what will make y'all think you could ever unhinge the ever unfolding rose? Not with somebody like that behind him. Look how she don't play. But look how he takes accountability.